that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. This love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back.
Hello everybody and welcome to there's a Wednesday thing. Fan Art Wednesdays. How is everybody doing? Hope everyone's having themselves a wonderful holiday. We are at one of those. We have if you're not American, this is America's birthday, so all Americans were born on 4th of July. It's mandatory in the US to be born on 4th of July. If you're not, you just you know, that's the only time that they like approve of post-birth abortions. But I hope everyone is having themselves a wonderful whatever day it is for you. If it's a special day for you, I hope you're out barbecuing and stuff. If it's not a special day for you, I hope you are still just having a great day. So hello, Mr. Micro, and I saw Surf Purcell. Hello, and hello, Mr. Blue Marble. Hey, Size Strike, how's it going? So yeah, it's 4th of July here in the States. I just messed that up. I don't even know how I did that. There was a thing and I forgot how to do it. I forgot how to do the thing. Stings and stuff. I was talking and I forgot what I was doing. So yeah, happy coming out of Britain's woman's hole. Yeah, more or less. So yeah, so if you don't know, that's today is 4th of July, which means that Americans celebrate their independence from Britain by blowing a bunch of shit up and drinking a whole lot. So it's a very drunken kind of day, which, you know, is a perfectly good way to celebrate, you know, any holiday, honestly. So I'm okay with it. I've been drinking since sometime this morning. So, you know, it's a thing. It happens. It's cool. Do whatever you want on this day, I suppose. I am actually, so there wasn't actually supposed to be a stream today, so you all get super lucky because I had planned to go tubing down the Platte River, which is a thing that you do in the Midwest. Is you sit in a giant inner tube and then slowly float down a river and get drunk. Hi, handsome. Yes. Oh, you want attention. You're going to knock everything over, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. Oh, my goodness. Hobbs is actually going to join us as I, like, make a wreck. I don't have enough desk space for you. So yeah, I wasn't actually gonna have a stream today, but you know, I guess that got canceled because we've had a lot of rain as of recently. So we've been that got canceled. So I'm here instead with you all, which is probably honestly for the better, because knowing me, I would have gotten a heat stroke today, floating down a river, drinking all day long. But I was looking forward to it. So, no, Britain doesn't want us to miniguns. Yes. Yay, Hobbs is here. I can't see the stream yet. I'm letting R&D's ad play. Oh, that's a long-ass ad. Thank you very much. Oh, your ad revenue is always helpful. Always helpful. So, today, we have ourselves, we are going to do, what's his face? Team Skeptic. And Team Skeptic really, so, let me see if I can use his, if I can pull up his avatar on my phone here so y'all can see. Nope, wrong thing. Team Skeptic's avatar is more or less just like Superman. So we might need to use a decent amount of creativity to get there. Let's see. Make sure that's actually visible. Yeah, so Team Skeptics is mostly just that. So I don't know how creative we could be with that, but we'll see what we can do. We'll stick a planet on Superman. Maybe we might be able to get some of those eyebrows and that grumpy face look in there, but yeah. Supergirl is already a thing, and I have it pulled up on my computer. Wait, why did the music suddenly get louder? I don't know. Did it? I can turn it down a little bit if it's too loud. I can turn it down. So part of it isn't necessarily that the music's getting louder, is that I move way too much around when I'm doing these things. So a lot of the time what happens is that R&D just sort of moved his head and forgot where his microphone was. So that happens quite a bit. This image is gonna somehow be way short just because Hobbs has decided to be in the way today. So we can't use our entire paper like we usually could. Which is fine, huh, buddy? I love you too, buddy. You're a cutie. Bit of an asshole, but you're a cutie, so we love you. My idea here was to go for like a super fit, like Supergirl kind of dealio here. So maybe some smaller shoulders, like that. And I do have a reference picture pulled up, but it's very much so not suitable for work, so I'm not gonna show it to you all. You'll just get to guess at what I'm looking at and be jealous about it. And that's about it. I gotta move it so I can actually read my thing. There, 5 minute ad finishes. Oh, thank you, Sai Strike for finishing that ad. I really appreciate it. Rhetoric&Discourse. Team Skeptic is an angry super Lego avatar. Also, I say meow. Works with me. Make him into a flat earther with an ignorant look on his face. He'll love that. I pretty would. Make her sit down or lean forward. That is true. So originally, and maybe we'll change things. I'm just sort of drawing here. This is a day to draw. So originally, I had thought to. I can't. You're in the way, buddy. I had thought to maybe if we got some legs here, right? To maybe make her like lay down sideways. Get another leg here, right? And then have like the cape sort of, drooping down on the covering up the naughty bits like so, and then just have, hand, head, something like that, where you have the long cape, but you still have the exposed bits and long cape, and hand sexily, just looking sexy like that. So that was originally my thought, which we can still do. We can still do that and just stick with the cape. Like I said, I have a reference picture up in front of me, and it's not appropriate for YouTube, so that I was thinking about using, but we can always try something slightly different. I do want to make her a little bit leaner than I usually make. I did have an eraser, but Hobbs is sitting on it. Hobbs, you're making this stream a lot more difficult than it needs to be, my friend. Only 15 minutes late. Phew. Don't worry, we just started. It's more that R&D is 15 minutes late, not that you are. So I haven't streamed in a while. I feel like I have to get back into like into the habit of streaming. I haven't done it for a while. I missed last Wednesday, and then I was gone. Not really gone, but I was busy this last Sunday. I should do, though, on the bright side, because I've had like a lot of time off, I have done something that I don't usually get to do, which is that I have finished this week's video already. So if you're a patron, you probably have already seen it. And I actually had to make like a slight change to it, but if you're a patron, you got to see more or less what the video will look like. So I finished it super duper early this time around, way earlier than I usually do, mostly because of all the extra free time. So the video for this week is already finished, and it's a video on Marty Leeds, one of my favorite flat earthers. So all right, looks like Hobbs is going to give us just a little bit of freedom here to actually draw. Yay! Thank you, buddy. Love you. Hey, look, I got my eraser back. Yeah, he's not gonna he's not gonna move. All right, now I can move my beer back into frame here. Tasty. Okay, so this is more or less what I was thinking for today. Like I said, mostly because I have a reference picture up on my computer that I wanted to use. It's a very pretty blonde, and have the like the bat symbol, not the bat symbol. What is it? The super. But he doesn't have a Superman symbol or a Supergirl symbol. He's got, or whatever the symbol's supposed to be, because I'm told. I am told by many a movie and comic book that the symbol isn't actually an S. Oh my goodness, Ice Strike! Thank you very much. Those are for you. Awesome. Here's some loot, so next time I can skip the ad. Awesome. Yes, please feel free to. Thank you. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you. I had to go back to OBS just so that I could see what which set you got. It's supposed to mean hope or some shit. Yes, it is supposed to mean hope or some shit. I don't remember what it is. I am not the biggest. No, I'm not even like remotely smallest amount of fan of Superman. I don't find his character be all that interesting, except for I have found some very interesting takes on the character. So like there's that famous monologue that Bill gives at the end of Kill Bill about Superman and how Clark Kent is Superman's secret identity. And not, you know, unlike a lot of the other heroes where the let's get some anatomy going here. Whereas a lot of the other superheroes, their superhero counterparts are like the that's their superhero. You know, Spider-Man's secret identity is Peter Parker, but Superman's secret identity is Clark Kent. Or no, sorry, is whatever, you know that one. I don't fucking remember. There's a pretty cool speech about that nonsense. You want to come join us again, buddy? All right. There's, I mean, I would greatly appreciate it if you didn't sit like right on top of the paper, but I get the feeling I'm not gonna. So we were gonna draw today. My life. This is what having a cat is like in real life. I need to change the text here. No, don't eat that. Let's go to the now playing or the music, and we're gonna change that text while I'm here, right? While I'm sitting around doing absolutely goddamn nothing because I can't, right? We're gonna see if we can change the color. No, I didn't mean to do that. And then everything's gonna die. Oh, goodness gracious. What a time to be alive. Let's see if we can set the color. Oh shit, we're gonna change the color to black just so that we can actually see it. No, why would you do that? I don't know why you thought that that's what I wanted you to do. I want the whole thing to be black. There we go. There we go. Maybe we can actually see that. I don't, I can't even draw. I feel mean. I can't kick him out. Like their anatomy makes any sense. It's true. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Nothing makes sense. Looks like it's a head, everything's gonna, I mean, I'm gonna try. You can't even see it. Like, there's so much contrast going on. You can't even see the thing. You can only see Hobbs. I don't even know what to do, guys, because I don't have the heart to kick him off. I'm trying to figure out how the Pinky Demon would look if it sat down, but I'm becoming increasingly convinced I wouldn't actually be able to. That's true. They probably sit like chickens sit, right? Like that's my guess. Well, at least the new Pinky Demons, right? Like the ones in the 2016 Doom game. I feel like they would sit like those, like just like chickens. They just sort of just squat, rather than sit. That would be my guess. So I want to draw, but there's a cat in the way, and even if I do start drawing, I get the feeling that I'm not actually gonna be able to get things done like I want them to because there is a cat in the way. So I don't know. We're just gonna. I guess we're gonna focus on some legs and some abdomens, I think. And even then, you can't see it. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you all. Like, I want to help you all, but I genuinely can't. There's a fucking cat in the way. So yeah. So I finally got around to playing a little bit more Doom, which is just, oh my god, that game is so much fun. Mostly I got into playing it because Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus, I think that's what it's called, right? That's the subtitle to it. Also just came out for the Switch. A port of it came out for the Switch, and apparently it's a really good port. So I kind of need to finish Doom before I can convince my wife to spend another $60 on another Switch game. Oh, there he goes. Okay, so that I can play Doom, or not Doom, so I can play Wolfenstein. So hopefully I can finish Doom soon so that I can switch over to Wolfenstein, which looks like a lot of fun, honestly. Gio's actually shown me a couple of scenes from it. He shared some YouTube things with a couple of the scenes, the Hitler scene, and is this the one, and a spoiler alert, I guess, because I don't fucking know. Is this the one where what's his face, the main character, gets his head chopped off? Is that this one? Because I've seen that scene just floating around on the YouTubes. So I think that's this game, but you know, I don't entirely know because I haven't actually played the game. But either way, I'm hoping I can finish Doom so that I can buy Wolfenstein next, because I think it looks like a really fun game from the outset. And I'm still trying to play a little bit more on the Mega Man X things. No, you got Doom because it's constantly annoyed you about it because you have a Mac. I do have a Mac, and we're kind of stuck with Mac, so I mean, you can be as pissy about that as you want. Not gonna change. Just is super fat. Doom makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why does the game about shooting demons on Mars make sense? You know what? I don't know. So I kind of like, part of me is like, so I have like a super religious uncle who lives with my parents and my little sister. And I, like, when my sister was visiting me for Memorial Day weekend or whatever, I showed her Doom, and I was like, you gotta fucking play this nonsense in front of my uncle. I bet he would hate it. And I bet he would, because, you know, it's like heavy metal music and demons and shit. But at the same time, like, you'd figure that he would love it, because even though you have like the sort of the heavy metal music going on, which, I don't know, something, it rots your brain, demons, whatever, right? even though you have that, at the end of the day, it's still like, you know, the good guys killing some demons. So you think they'd be like, you think that like the Jesus loving folks would be all over it, not against Doom. I mean, at the end of the day, like, that's kind of the thing, right? Like, why isn't Alex Jones like promoting Doom? I feel like he should be. Or maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, you're doing God's work. That's exactly it, right? Like, you should. People should be happy about it. A little comment about Superman for you a little earlier. Oh, is there a little earlier? Oh, I'm gonna have to scoot back through the chat. About Superman's chest symbol, it's not an S. What we see as an S is supposed to be an empty space around a kryptonite symbol of the House of L. That is also a symbol of hope. Huh? Okay. Like I said, I'm not a super big fan of Superman at all. Actually, really, I've never have been a big fan of Superman. There's a couple of stories that I really like of Superman, like there's that one set of episodes in Justice League, the animated series from the 90s, that came out where Superman gets thrown into the future. So spoiler alert, I already spoiled it, but like there's a rip in space-time and Superman kind of gets thrown into a future, and future Earth has a red sun, so Superman's powers don't work, and he has to sort of survive. Buddy. Buddy, you are such an attention whore. I love you. You're kicking everything. You're making everything a goddamn mess. Everything is not working today. Drop my pencil. So yeah, spoiler alert. At the end of the day, it turned out to be Earth, and it's got a red sun, right? So, but that's sort of the premise, and Superman has to sort of survive this post-apocalyptic future Earth place without his powers. And honestly, that is the most interesting part about Superman that I've ever seen, is Superman without powers. I think he's a much more interesting character that way than he is with powers. I don't know, it's never quite been my thing. I guess there's also a movie that I've seen. It's one of the animated movies. It's because DC actually, well, DC might suck at making live action movies. They're actually really good at making animated movies. So one of their animated movies is like there's a new sort of Super Friends group. I don't entirely remember what their names are, and they kind of show up and start fighting crime, and in their crime fighting ways, they end up just like murdering criminals, more or less, but the citizens of Metropolis are like cheering them on, and they're all like super happy that these superheroes are like finally taking down crime or whatever by murdering criminals. And what's his name? Clark Kent, Superman's like trying to make them all like be like, no, this is the wrong thing to do, because superheroes with vigilantes without anybody to, with no moral compass are dangerous. And then he kind of like, in order to like show the populace why this is a terrible idea, he ends up like pretending to murder everybody, and it's terrifying. And it kind of, if nothing else, even though it's like Superman, you're still like, oh, this whole idea of like vigilante superheroes is probably the worst idea that we should have, because no having superheroes who have like nothing to stop them from just going on murderous rampage is a terrible idea. That's why more recent renditions of the animated series make him less invincible. That's good. Like, yeah, like that's one of the boring things about Superman, is he's just kind of like, I don't know, you can't, like, because he's so invincible, there's no, like, he never has any danger. Like, he never really faces any danger, right? Which is like, so then what's the point? Same thing, and it's also probably why I ended up stopping and not watching that other one that's kind of like Superman. What's his face? Dragon Ball. That's the one that's like Superman. It's why I stopped watching Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z, I think, was still fun, but the new one, the Super one, it got to the point where it was a lot of that same sort of, like, he can't lose. So what the hell's the point of watching what's the hell the point of watching a series where the main character can't and won't ever lose, and it's made abundantly, oh my goodness, it's made very clear that he won't or can't lose, and so at that point you're just left with, like, why? So I never really got into the new Dragon Ball because of that too. It's just, I can't, like, if the main, like, and I know this is the hero, so the hero shouldn't lose anyway, but there's ways to make heroes lose without making it do that one, right? Like just the sense of danger is gone if you're not willing to kill off your character sometimes, or make them actually get hurt or whatever, or lose a fight. So I haven't gotten into that series. Buddy. Oh my god. Cat. That's not helping at all. You're being the opposite of helpful today. Go sit down. Go sit down in your nest. Go sit down in your nest. Or sit on my lap. No, not there. Please don't sit there. No. I don't know what to do. He does have a nest next to the computer, which is his nest, and he can sit there and, you know, whatever. Shit, everything just fell off my desk. This is just fucking disaster. Holy shit, no, Dragon Ball, even Super, is nothing like Superman. As a matter of fact, spoiler alert, the championed heroes lost. It's another one. Is that how that happened? I haven't even watched Darth Kill. I haven't even watched it in forever, so I have no idea. So today's drawing is supposed to be Team Skeptic. But we're having a lot of technical difficulties today, as you can obviously see. I would love to keep drawing, but there's a cat, and he's having none of that today. He's being extremely, I don't know why that fucking, like, pinky finger is so fucking huge. Don't bite it. Don't bite it. Ow. Bad kitty. Oh my goodness, Hobbs. Don't bite my pencil. I'm trying to draw. You are so useless. So no, sorry. So yeah, Dragon Ball isn't like Superman. I mean, I don't know. I think it is. I would have to disagree with you there, sir. Like it's I don't know. And maybe I'm just reading it into in superficiality a little bit too much. Like it's a superficial connection, and you know, if I were to dig more into the mythos of Superman and Spider-Man, we could find some differences. But until I do that, which is not gonna happen anytime soon, right? He seems to me to be very they seem to be very similar characters, and like the sort of the unstoppable forces kind of way, where nothing that they do is or no challenge that they face is ever insurmountable. Like they always win. And maybe this isn't true in the Spider-Man, who we're talking about, the Superman, as much as it is in the Dragon Ball Z. But in the Dragon Ball Z universe, at least to me, a lot of the winning seems to happen in this, Deus Ex Machina kind of shit. Like, it's a lot of ass pulls, I think. Just like all of a sudden, fucking Gohan gets Super Saiyan whatever's. So I don't know, but I'm not a fan of Dragon Ball. So, you know, take my criticism as somebody who's not a fan, more than anything else. And mostly because there are a few better shows that sort of do the there are better shows that do the overpowered main character thing a lot better. One Punch Man, for example, does it a whole lot better. And that, in my opinion, is a much better show. And it's, you know, it doesn't suffer from a lot of the ass pullness, because it's all an ass pull, and that's a joke. The joke is that the show is an ass pull, and that kind of helps out quite a little bit. Same thing with what's the other one that I really like that has Seven Deadly Sins does something similar, where the main character is also ridiculously overpowered, but it's okay because, I don't know, like, the character is way more interesting. So, like, probably because his overpoweredness isn't like the main drive of the show. So, does your wife have 2 hooks, you monster? I don't know. Where hooks? I don't even know where. I last think. Okay. She looks a bit slim for that. Father Skeptic is built like a brick, like a Brit outhouse. I don't know what. So I don't know what actually Team Skeptic looks like, because I don't have a picture of him. I just have a picture of his avatar. So, that's what we're going off of. Is that cat as big as he looks? He is a fatty. He is very, very fat. So yes, he is. The best superhero, it's Blitzmans? I don't know what that is. Goku got hit in the head and has been a good boy ever since. That's true. The hands are still too small. Yeah, they probably are. They do look kind of small. I'm gonna have to fix those. That wasn't pulled from anyone's ass. They had literally been building the Gohan could be as much more since he was the first introduced. Oh, okay, maybe that's the one. Maybe I'll give you that one. So yeah, even with Ziva does agree. Now, the One Punch Man isn't meant to be a gag thing, so it is the point, similar to Dr. Slump. Yeah, I can't stand DBZ way better than say One Piece. I've never watched One Piece. I don't think I'd be a fan of it, honestly. There's a lot of those really unnecessarily long animes that I don't think I would be a fan of. Like, I used to be a big fan of Naruto, and then it got ridiculously unnecessarily long, and I've never finished watching it. So, all right, let's try to actually give some hands here. We'll get. There we go. So. Yeah, I don't know if I'd necessarily like it if I tried, but maybe I gotta give One Punch, or not One Punch Man. Maybe I gotta get One Piece a try one of these days. But for the time being, it really isn't something I'm super interested in. And you still missed the second message where I explained. I probably did. I'm sorry. I'm trying. It's really hard to look down at my drawing and look up at the chat at the same time. So I'm only getting glimpses of what people are saying. I'm sorry, Darth. I will try to maybe find it in a second. And now I really don't have an excuse to not be focused on drawing since Hobbs is now gone. So I got to take advantage of it. Those hands are a little bit better there. So yeah, what was I saying? I was saying something and I forgot entirely. Something. Oh god, I forgot. Shit. Something I was probably bashing on Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah, so I had the same kind of experience with Naruto where I just got tired of watching it, and I then tried watching Shippuden, and I also got just tired of it real quick. I don't know. Those aren't my favorite kind of shows. I like shows that end. I don't like, you know, I feel like you're a sloppy storyteller if you need like hundreds upon hundreds of episodes to tell a story. That's just me. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to rearrange all my crap here because I can now have access to my beer. That's just, like I like stories with a nice clean ending, or they don't span forever. I don't. It's just, I feel like there's much tighter storytelling in other places than in those shows. And again, that's just my bias, right? Watch whatever the fuck you want, right? Like, Don't let R&D tell you what to watch. If you want to watch One Piece and enjoy, you go right ahead. I don't care. That's just the things that I enjoy. So I've always enjoyed anime or shows, honestly shows in general, that have an ending, because they feel a little bit more planned out and less like they were intended to go on for decades and then they never ended. The same thing kind of happened with like, I kind of lost interest a little bit, and I haven't actually watched in a long time in like Doctor Who for the same kind of reason, because for a while there everything seemed to be like nicely interconnected, and even between like the David Tennant and Matt Smith doctors, things seemed interconnected. You had, you know, River Song, who would show up, and she kind of, you know, she made her first appearance in David Tennant's series, but then she showed up later, and that made sense. But then it just, like, once it got into Peter Capaldi, it just kept going. And I'm like, now we're past the point where it makes sense for these characters to be interacting with each other. What is going on? So a lot of those shows, I feel like they lose a lot of their I feel like they lose a lot of it in sort of the storytelling because of it. So that's just, you know, I don't know. My opinion, don't take it seriously, please. If you want to keep watching whatever show, keep watching whatever show. That's just the way I like my shows. Some of my favorite animes are things like Outlaw Star and Trigun, which again are like shows that had endings, which I love. Like, you know, nice little 24 episode show, and it ends when it's supposed to. Please don't eat my eraser. But shows like Dragon Ball, I kind of like, there was just too much stuff at the end, and I just kind of lost interest. Same thing with what was the other one that's really good but I don't like? And I know that it's really good, but I still don't like. Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. Brotherhood I had the same problem with, where it just, like, in my opinion, it just dragged on far too goddamn long. And I like the original one better, because even though it wasn't as, like, it wasn't as, I guess, as true to the manga, because the manga was still being written when the first one aired. It was still, I still prefer it just because it felt more tightly written, and I really like that. I really like that stuff in my shows, is that something that at least feels like it was tightly written. Have you renamed your cat Biru-sama? No, we're not doing that. Cats don't have very good windows. Nope, he's just, I don't, I really want to finish this drawing. I don't know how to do this when he's being such an attention whore. Oh, goodness, buddy, go. I love you too, handsome, but you gotta go. You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish my drawing. I do not need to start Boruto at one point, and One Piece too. Yeah, I'm late. Both special One Piece. I don't know if I will. House is telling you that it's time to stop drawing. He really is. Is he fluffy? He's very fluffy. He's a very fluffy big boy. I guess we can. Since it looks like we're gonna just be taking a break from this, I'm gonna see how well we can move cameras around here to actually point to the cat. You get to see my living room upside down. There he is. I don't know if you can see those gorgeous eyes. At this point, you might as well just like get a good peek at him, because we're not going anywhere anytime soon. He's a super fluffy guy. He doesn't. I don't know what to do. Buddy, I love you, but you're such a pain in the ass. I know, you're so cute. This is what I gotta deal with, guys. This is what I gotta deal with. Look at this face. Look at this face. This is why shit doesn't get done. This is why like my videos are always late. This is why. Nope, there's my crotch. Not what you guys wanted to see. Oh goodness, I am terrible at camera pointing. There we go. There's the booty. Look at that face. So this has turned into the Stare at Hobbs show. Oh god. I don't know what to do. The problem is the more that I sit here and pet him, the longer he's gonna stay. Like, it's not like this is gonna encourage him to leave me alone, right? Hello, Team Skeptic. There's a drawing of you down here somewhere. But as you can obviously see, there's a cat in the way. And so we can't quite get back to drawing. Oh goodness, pets, you are the best. He's super happy to be here though. Are you happy to say hi? So yes, how's everyone else's day? Does anyone else have any 4th of July plans? I was just gonna grill some hot dogs and that was it. That was my plan, so I was gonna grill some hot dogs. I will grill some hot dogs here in a bit and then watch some fireworks. I thankfully, because I live in the Midwest, I don't have to go anywhere for fireworks, because all my neighbors have gone out and bought like $1 billion worth of fireworks, and they're gonna show them to me for free. So, because why not? So I'm gonna just let my neighbors buy them, and then I can see like fireworks for like miles on end, because I live in a fucking flat state that has there's like nothing interrupting my view of like the next like 3 states over, so I can just stand outside and watch fireworks, so that's good. Aww, Hobbs looks like Tony. It is. I did say. Oh goodness, I don't, buddy. So yeah, so there probably won't be too much going on here in the R&D house. The cats are very unhappy about fireworks, and the other problem is that fireworks here are entirely legal. So so people do buy them, and they've been going off for the last week and a half, and they'll be going off for like the next week or so, because people are still buying them. And then because of that, it means that poor kitties are like stressed out at night for a solid like 2 weeks around 4th of July, which is a little sad. I really wish, like, I don't want to be that curmudgeoned about 4th of July, but it's like I really want to be like, just set them off on the one day instead of like torturing my cats for like 2 weeks. I would prefer that, but so, you know, but a bit of a curmudgeon, I suppose. Oh, brilliant. I'm okay with being underneath some kitty. That's more or less how that works. Of course, our fireworks are Polish, not Mexican, but still illegal, badly made, and far stronger than regulated stuff. Yeah. Like, you can buy, like, legit real fireworks here, too. Like, it's not even just, like, sparklers and shit. Like, you can actually see, the fireworks a fair distance from the ones that people buy out here. So, it's not really a problem. It's just, like I said, it's mostly the animals get tired of that nonsense. You are shedding hair everywhere. Oh, Hobbs, you are such a filthy little cat. Where's your brush? I don't know where your brush is. Where's the kitty brush? Since we're just gonna sit around and watch the cat, we might as well watch the cat get whatever. There we go. There's the cat. This is my stream now. I'm in Missouri. They've been going off for days. Yeah, they've been going off here for at least a week. And they'll be going off for at least another week. Look at stop eating the goddamn eraser. All right, kitty, you get brushed now. Everyone gets to watch you get brushed. This is what my internet show has become, is me watching, and then stop, just stop. Make everyone busy. There we go. Good boy. Get brushed. You are super shedding a lot of hair. Yeah. My guess is you're either in Omaha or Des Moines area. Omaha for me. Which is a fine area to live in most of the time. Yes, I know you don't like being brushed. Don't bite me. No bites. No bites, kitty. Why? Why are you doing that? You silly. You silly. Yeah, there's the only sort of safe spot here from fireworks is military housing. I live very close to Bellevue, Nebraska, which is there's Offutt Air Force Base, which is a military base, an Air Force base, obviously. That's not very far, and so if you live on base, or if you live in the military housing outside of base, there aren't any fireworks allowed there, so that's like the quietest place to be in town. But besides that, you're just kind of screwed when it comes to actually finding like a quiet place to be. Already there was somebody was already sending off fireworks when I was at the pool earlier today. That was like 10 in the morning, so that's just how it's gonna be. What is Air Force or military? What is it? Air Force? I know, right? I can do the thing. You used to live in Bellevue. Ah, yeah, Air Force. So yeah, I have a lot of friends who live in Bellevue. They're civilians who work on base. And I used to, my old job used to be with mostly military families. So I used to spend a lot of time in Bellevue, but that hasn't happened in a while. It's a nice little place, but a lot of military families there. Well, then stop sitting on my desk. You don't want to be brushed, you go away then. Or stop shitting all over my desk. One or the other needs to happen. Don't bite me. Look at this. You have left a mess on my desk. And now the camera's all out of place, and everything's just a wreck. I don't even know what to do, guys. We might, I don't know. This has just ended poorly, is pretty much what has happened. Bellevue East class of 78. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to. I was before I was born. I suggest YouTuber Michael Jameson. He was plenty of clats, plenty of dogs, plenty of monkeys, and oh, Bengal tigers. Ooh, I love those. Yeah, my cat does have like zero interest in the mouse. Look at all the hair he's shedding. This is why I was brushing you. Ah, buddy, I know it's hot outside. Mike, yeah. So, that's cool. There we go. Are you gone now? Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. We can maybe finish this. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to do the camera thing. Oh goodness. Upside down things. Nope. There we go. Crotch shot. Ah. Super professional. We are just the most professional people here. Camera is not doing its job. I don't know. Everything's tilted. Everything's a mess. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm trying to fix this. I promise that I'm trying to fix this. Are you gonna not? There we go. You're gonna not? There we go. There we go. Okay, things are fixed. We can do this now. Oh. Our hands are extremely stupid. I don't know how I ended up with such stupid hands. I don't know how any of this ended up. Okay. I'm gonna move on from fuck, just everything. super everything is out of where it needs to be. Hands aren't working. Hands aren't just not. Okay. We might do that thing where I hide the hands behind the body because I can't fucking draw hands. We can get back to drawing and talking about how much Superman sucks. And how much he's like that other character that was like Goku, okay? Oh goodness gracious, everything's a wreck today. Thank you, audience, for sticking around through that that very long and unnecessary pause of Hobbs being a jerk. He's never a jerk, honestly. My name keeps fucking up. Oh no, I hope not. That's too bad. I need to fix. I'm sorry that your editing software keeps messing up. What are you using? Not that I can help with that because it's probably on a PC, and I don't know anything about PCs. Speaking of which, just because it hasn't been updated on the thing yet. Maybe, can we do this? Bam. It hasn't been updated up there, but we are. Oh God, those eyes look stupid. It was patron time, or patron pay time. So thank you very much to all my patrons. Microfino, I know you're here, so I will thank you right now. But it's that time where the patron payment comes in. So this the pewter money is going to get updated before the next Longer and Harder. But it is almost at 500 right now, and after I add patron money and stuff this weekend. So thank you very much. We're getting super duper close to like, we're 25%, which is awesome that we are that far away. So speaking of computers, we're getting there pretty quickly, which I'm very, very happy about. So we will get a new Mac Geo to hopefully be able to do these streams with less lag, and even our other streams be able to edit videos a little bit faster, because even right now on this computer it does take me a little bit of time to not necessarily edit videos, but to render them can take me a little bit more time than I want to, because of how slow my computer is. And when I do, I do have to leave my computer alone to do it. Like, I don't get to, if I'm doing that, I usually do it when I'm gonna be out of the house, or I'm gonna be doing something else, because if I stick around, my computer it can't handle it. It just can't. So I need to look up some pictures of Supergirl's hair before I do Supergirl's hair. So yeah, that's a thing. I don't know. That was a thing that happened. I found Riley's floaty land, by the way. Unfortunately, it's in Minecraft and it's not scientific. Oh goodness. Fuck you for overtaking me in subs. Did I really? Oh. That's cool. Thank you. A jerk he was, but we love him for though. Oh, for Hobbs, yes, we always love Hobbs. I didn't even realize. My subs were kind of stuck like under 3,000 for a while, and I kind of stopped like paying too much attention to it because of that. Like, it just wasn't really going up. And for a while there, it was going up pretty quickly, and then it just sort of stopped. So that was a little disappointing. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good picture of Supergirl's hair. I mean, I know it's blonde, but that's about like all I got to it. Like, how about we use? Can we use this one? Let's use this one. I know it's blonde. That's about like all I got going for it right now, is that it's blonde. Yeah, so I guess I should probably do something about the 3,000 subs. I think that's cool. Don't know what I'll do about it, but I should do something about it, I suppose. I had a lot of fun doing the patron stream where I let I had my patrons on, so it could maybe it's time that we do another game night with some YouTubers. That would be a lot of fun. I haven't done one of those in a little while, so maybe I'll have to, maybe not this weekend, because this weekend in case you don't know, okay, well, you probably do because it's not a secret, but this week's video is done, and it is a video on Marty Leeds, and so I really want to this week talk about Marty Leeds' video on Longer and Harder. I really do have a bit of a hate boner for Marty Leeds, so I don't really want to switch that up because I want to talk about his video. His video is ridiculous. He's got several, but I think I'm going to pick one to several that on this one topic. But I think I have the one that I wanna sort of address. So we're gonna stick with that one. But I think I want to I want to talk about that video Longer and Harder more than I want to celebrate my 3,000 subs. So, but thank you all for Thank you all for your support and your whatnots. Don't use Supergirl, use Power Girl. Same character, not the same age phase. That's true. Whoop, there are the fireworks. That's probably true. I don't know. I've got the Supergirl from the WCCW whatever. I don't remember what it's called. The live action movie or the live action show. I have that Supergirl on screen, and she's got curly hair. What does Power Girls look like? I guess we'll try. Power Girl. Power Girl. There we go. I saw somebody ask about mine haven't been changing at all for a while. Only bump I had was TLD's shout out. Oh, that's cool. Game night. Do you say game night? I always say game night. Do you Fortnite? No. Ooh, that is way better hair. Oh, why didn't I start with you? That is way. Oh, I like her hair way better. Oh, we might. Oh, no. We are getting rid of this hair. Screw that. Screw this nonsense. We're not. Oh, no. I don't know. Okay, Team Skeptic, you're here. You decide. Which do you want? Do you want Power Girl hair, which is very short, or do you want Supergirl hair, which is long and whatever, flowy, curly, whatever it is? Okay, do you Fortnite? I don't Fortnite. I have it downloaded on my Switch. I have played it a couple of times. You like the long one? Okay, well, it has to stick with the long one. I've played it a couple of times. I just suck at it. But I think that's the point of it, is that you're supposed to suck at it. I don't think you're supposed to be good at Fortnite. So I suck at it. I don't know. It's one of those things that I know, you know, it's an online game. So right. So if I sat down and actually tried to get good at it, I could get good, right? I could do the get good thing. Because I have with other online games in the past. My worry is that online games, they stop. There's a point where they stop being fun and they just start being about yelling at strangers on the internets. And I'm not sure that I really want to go through that. Like, I want to have fun with my games. I don't want to just sit here and take them so seriously that I'm not enjoying them anymore. That I'm just doing them because, you know, I want to get better at the game. Not that there's anything wrong with trying to get better at a game. It's just that I know that a lot of online game communities can get super toxic super quick. I used to play Han, Heroes of New Earth, which was a MOBA. I think it's still around. I shouldn't say used to, because it is, I think, still around. Which is a MOBA, and it was okay. Like, I had fun when I was playing with my friends, and then I would try to, like, play without my friends around. And I would just end up getting super angry playing it, because playing with strangers sucks. So I don't know if I want to go through that again just to get good at a random online game. So that's where I'm at on Fortnite. Maybe one of these days, I'll actually, you know, try to sit down and play, like, for legits on Fortnite. But for now, I don't really care. Why isn't Team Skeptic a spanner? Oh, I don't know why you're not. I don't know. Mods, if you can do it, go for it. I'll try to get it in a second. Why would you play a shooter that isn't Doom? That's a very good question. I do like Doom quite a bit. I'm almost done with it, and I don't actually know. There was a Steam sale I used occasion to buy Drawful 2. Nice. Well, actually, the official aesthetic trait of Power Girl compared to younger Supergirl itself is her hair. Oh no, the lost things. No, you go back. You go back up. Back up. There we go. Not Power Girl compared to her younger self isn't sure her hair is a chest volume. Not kidding, it's in the comic book art speaking. Good. General rule of online shooters: 90% of everyone you meet is better than you. Massively sub. It's true. Microbillions, I just subbed to your channel. Oh, well, there you go. You get yourself a new sub. Blue Marble, I'm not sure if TS ever before has been in here. Yeah, I think he has. I think I'm just lazy. You prefer co-op over PvP? Yeah, I could see that. Just finished Doom 2016. Good for you. I still haven't. I've beat that boss, and I was stuck on that boss for a little while, probably longer than I should have been. The boss with the worm guy, who splits into two dudes, had me kind of stuck for a little while. But I did finally get around to beating him last night, the night before, which I was very happy about. So that's Doom 2016 is a lot of fun. I'm stuck at 158. I think. Well, hopefully you get some more soon. I don't know. I was stuck for a while, and then I started growing really fast, and now I stopped. It goes in waves sometimes. So there's not much. I mean, the only thing that I can suggest is keep regular uploads. That tends to encourage people to subscribe to you if they see that you're actually active and not you know, because if they see that your last upload was like a week ago or whatever, they might not be, I don't know why I said a week, like a year ago or whatever, they might not be as likely to subscribe if they don't think you're actually going to put out any content anytime soon. At least that's what I've found to be the case. So I've after I got my big bump from Professor Stick, giving me a shout out, and two, the video that I made and at Professor Stick's channel, the guest video. After I got that big bump there, that's when I started doing like weekly uploads and more of that stuff, so that I could keep that momentum going. So that's the only thing I can suggest. I'm not sure how well that actually works. I don't know. My channel's still here. So, you know, take that as you will, I suppose. Well, actually, officially, the aesthetic physical... God, where did I lose that? I lost that. I was reading that goddamn sentence. There it is. Where did it go? I was reading a sentence. It was a thing. I'm sorry, I lost it. Return to Castlevania is getting old, but still holds up to modern standards, and it's fun. It is. If you have problems with this guy, wait until you see the final boss. I didn't actually have problems with it. I think I actually beat the second stage, because I had beaten the first stage, and then he split into the two guys, and the two guys was giving me a bit of a hard time. The first time he killed me more or less right away, but I think that was I didn't expect him to do that kind of thing. And then I put it down. I don't remember why I put it down, but then I started focusing a little bit more on that other game that I own. The names I can't remember. I started focusing a little bit more on Breath of the Wild to try to, because my wife wanted to bought the DLC, and so we wanted to play through some of that. So I started focusing on Breath of the Wild instead, and then I didn't come back to it until, like, I think it was last night, honestly. Last night or the night before, and I was like, all right, well, we'll try to see why this one guy was giving me a hard time, and then he really didn't. I think I died once. The second time I tried to fight him, so I think in total he killed me like 2 times. One like a few months ago, and then once again last night before I figured out the pattern to him. So he wasn't actually that hard. I think it was just just a distant, like a time thing. I probably could have beaten him if I tried again after he first killed me, but I play video games late at night, and then I want to go to bed because I am old and can't stay up as late as I used to be able to play video games. So yeah, these fingers are just not looking like I want them to, but they're looking better. So we're gonna stick with them. The codex makes it clear that just another type of demon. Oh, that's good. I was stuck at 202K when I started putting out daily content, and my subs jumped up. Yeah, jumped up fast. Yeah, no man can serve two masters. You're right. Why would the Terminator line be at the? I don't know. What are we talking about? He doesn't split. They are 2 new demons. Oh, is that what they were? I thought he was just 1 demon. Because like you kill the one, right? Like you do the killing of the 1 demon. What do they call the glory kill? Like you glory kill one of them, and like the shell, like there's nothing in the shell, and then you glory kill the second one, and then the second one has the thing has a little worm guy inside, and you squish that, or no, you don't squish it, you rip it in half. So it looked like it was just the one dude was just controlling two golem things rather than 2 separate worm guys. I don't know, unless I missed something in those glory kills or whatever. Again, I just finished it last night, so I really don't remember much of it. Guess what the last boss will be? I mean, if it's not the Spider Queen thing. I don't know, it's not a Spider Queen. It's a Cyber Demon? No, Cyber Demon I already fought. Hitler, I hope it's Hitler, actually. You kill the parasite during all the 3 kills. Okay, maybe I just missed it because I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, hands are looking good. I have to actually... one of the things that I have found has helped... No, get up here. Is to look at it from up here. Man, you are super skinny! You have a fat head! I haven't really been looking at my screen. Maybe we should... what do you think? Yeah, she's super skinny. Let's fix some of that. Let's give you a little bit more bulk. We'll do just a little bit more bulk. So just notice how like super duper skinny you are. Team Skeptic, we can't have you be this skinny. Sorry, love you, man, but can't have you be this skinny. Arachnia Imperatrix. Ooh, Spider Mastermind. There we go. That's what it was called. I like the Spider Mastermind. I think that's one of the better designed like bosses ever. I really liked it the first time that I fought the Spider Mastermind and what is it, Doom 2, right? That has it. I just, that was awesome when I first bumped into one. It was like, what the fuck is this nonsense? I thought that shit was cool. So there we go. That's a lot better actually. Just giving you a little bit, a couple of extra inches here, my friend. Skinny in real life. All right. My favorite games tend to be builders. Make the most epic ship under the limit from the depths. Oh, that's cool. I still been playing like almost no matter what I play. I always end up playing Minecraft. In my spare time, almost. Like I'll put it down for like a month or 2, and then I'll be back at it again. So I have been playing a little bit of that still. And whatnot, so those are always fun. I'm never gonna I think stop playing Minecraft, even if fucking Microsoft like ruins the shit out of it. I doubt I'll ever really stop playing it. It just is a lot of fun. It's one of those games that you know, because of the design, I don't think you can ever run out of things to do in it, if you try. So we gotta, okay, so we'll work on the face a little bit more, and then we'll call it quits, I think. But you're looking pretty sexy. I guess there's nothing here to distinguish you from. Oh, we got a cape. We forgot a cape. I gotta give you a cape, so we'll do that. Well, let's work on the eyes for a little bit. While I talk about things, yeah. So Minecraft, always fun. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. So I'll probably always boot it up every once in a while. I do have a couple of extra games that I've bought because like a while ago there were a couple of Humble Bundle, like, you know, deals or whatever. So I have like what's that one called? The Fallout that's not Fallout, Wasteland. There we go. I have Wasteland 2, right? Because there was Wasteland and then it turned into Fallout, and then the Wasteland 2 came out, which was like more of a sequel to Fallout, or to Wasteland 1, as opposed to like Fallout, which was less of the top-down kind of shooty, or yeah. So I have Wasteland 2, which I really want to play, and I do own it, but I haven't quite, again, like so many other things in my life, I haven't quite yet had the time to sit down and and play it yet. So, and I don't think I will anytime soon. I get super busy. My wife gives me a hard time because like I get home and I want to go to bed at like 9 p.m. I'm like, I'm done and I want to go to bed. Even last night when like I didn't, I obviously I don't have to go to work today, which is why I'm here. Like 9 o'clock rolled around yesterday and I was like super ready for bed. I'm just not a night person anymore. With my job, I just can't quite do the staying up ridiculously late thing, like I should be able to. There we go. Some nice big eyeballs. There we go. So yeah, so maybe one of these I'll get around to it. No cape! No capes! You don't get to decide. That's a what's his face name? That's a Team Skeptic thing. Maybe you should start with first printing out a picture of the honoree's avatar to go from there. Well, I mean, I have one, but it's not like, I mean, that's what I gotta go with. It's not, sorry, he's not giving me a whole bunch to work with. So yeah, I don't really have like the most the most to work with here. Sometimes I just gotta get creative, right? We'll attach your cape. Where do you want to attach your cape? I guess we can have it be like around the neck. We'll give you a little cape choker, whatever the fuck that is, right? Like that. There's your cape holder. That's what your cape is being held on to, right there. And then we'll get it out. You're loving it so far. I'm glad you're enjoying it. This is, if everyone else, you know what? Honestly, everyone else can be fucking unhappy as all hell with the drawing, as long as the person who is getting who's getting it done is happy with it. I don't care. I really gotta show you. Maybe I will before this stream is over. My wall, because my wall has become like so. I get, and I say this because I get this like wall that my around my desk where I get to put whatever I want on. And sure, I'm trying to focus on how to make these. I don't know how to make these things fold like I want them to. So I get my desk and it's got all my drawings are right above it. So I get these. So I have like micros and reds and everyone's just pictures hanging up behind me. And it makes my desk look like a billion times pervier than it should be. Which is, always just fun. And then like that. There we go. We'll get some streaks there like that. There we go. There we go. Some capeness going. I really want to try to get like the Earth logo here, and I think, what do you have? You have a flat Earth logo there? No, you have a regular Earth logo. I am just not sure if I can quite do this. Pencil sharpener. So, well, sadly it's getting late here in France. Well, thank you from France for joining us, Mr. Darth Killer. I will see you next time. This is almost over. We're gonna end here pretty soon because I have hot dogs to grill. But thank you very much for joining him. I didn't read the joke, probably. So, real talk, was Oliva hotter before or after she was possessed? Skeptic, you should listen to the wisdom of Endemo, no capes. I do get the no capes joke, but again, I don't get to decide on my fucking avatar. This is Team Skeptic's avatar. If he wants capes and he wants to risk his life with capes, you know what? You go for it. You go for it. I don't get to decide your nonsense. All right, so Earth map right there. Got a little skinny. There we go. There we go. All right, she is looking pretty damn good. I'm pretty happy with her. We got a little bit of tightening up in certain places, but for the most part, she is looking pretty spectacular. I'm trying to get her whole self in frame without my crotch in there, which is surprisingly difficult. But yeah, no, that's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. Look at that. So, we are a little bit plastic. I guess we can. I really don't have the excuse that I would like places to be. So you tell me right now, before I break out the markers a little bit too much here. Anything else that you feel that needs to be added here, Mr. Team Skeptic? Before I go too nuts with the pencils. This one's gonna be, or not with the pencils, with the inking. Otherwise, we're gonna start inking some things here. What's with the lingering under the cape and all? The what? The lingerie under the cape and all? I don't know. Was that a... I don't know. It still needs a triangle logo. Which logo am I missing? Which one am I missing? What do we need? We got grumpy face eyes. We got this planet. I mean, we're gonna do this red, this blue. So we'll get a little bit of color there. What is the triangle logo that we need? If we're missing it, now is the time to let me know, because we're gonna start inking a little bit. We're gonna move the mic a little bit. I'm sorry if my voice gets a little quiet there, because things get moved around. Give her pubic hair? No. He usually has an earth or a triangle shaped earth on his chest. There's a little one right there, just very little. You probably can't see it. It is super little. And sorry, I gotta focus. Come on, thing. You can do it, camera. This is where this thing hurt. There we go. Are you gonna autofocus for me? No. There we go. So you can there we go. So you can kind of see that I did try to do the earth there. I failed miserably, but that's where that logo is gonna do. There's a place for the triangle on her panties. What does the triangle look like? Like what exactly am I looking for when it comes to the triangle? So let me know exactly what that looks like so that I can add it. Right now is the time to start adding some of those things. So yeah, so if you have an idea, send it to me would be probably the best. Especially if you are on Discord, because I think my Discord's not open. I take it back. Don't send me things on Discord. Well, no, my phone will ring. And it's right there. So, or describe. I don't know what you're talking about, because I have the picture that Team Skeptic sent me, and that's kind of the only thing I have to work with right now. Is that picture? Team Skeptic seems happy with it. Also needs a belly button. What do I got for belly buttons? Let's do... I don't know, is that a good belly button? I don't know. I don't know what belly buttons look like, guys. I kind of did want to give you a bit more shape like this. But those I'm gonna accomplish with some shadows more than anything else. Yeah, that's gonna get accomplished a little bit more with shading than with anything else. Same thing with under here. So all of this is going to be a little bit more of a shading task right there. There we go. You thicken the line. Just have to thicken. I don't know. There's a thing. I just binge watch the shit because I don't have other stuff to do. That's understandable. Binge watch away. Today's a day to do that. Today's the day to sit around and binge watch whatever it is you want. It is the day that I watched a few things while I was at the pool. I did take my phone with me, like the millennial that I am, and did watch a few videos while I was out at the pool. Because, why not, right? Mostly I've been watching, I've been trying to watch Hugo and Jake's latest video on Jordan Peterson, because I think that they are great videos and a great breakdown of Jordan Peterson. I don't think I'd always wanted to make a video on Jordan Peterson, but I don't at the same time, because one, I don't want to face Jordan Peterson fans. They are actually worse than flat earthers on their fandom. And two, I feel like if you don't spend a ridiculous amount of time watching and researching like all of Jordan Peterson's presentations, lectures, whatever, then you're always going to have you don't know what you're talking about because you haven't read all of his shit nonsense. So that's a thing. Watch crash videos instead. I did find a fun one, which I always enjoy watching. These was what are they called? What are they called? God damn it, I don't remember. Oh, like videos of like motorcycle riders versus like crazy people and shit, which I always find fascinating. In case you don't know, I'm a motorcycle rider. I ride a motorcycle more or less every day to work. I ride a motorcycle, and so I kind of empathize with a lot of riders when it comes to some of the shit we have to deal with. And so I empathize a lot with some of these videos that I see. But what ends up happening in a lot of them, at least what I don't seem to understand, is people who pick fights with motorcycle riders, like when they're not in cars. So like people who go up to motorcycle riders and give them shit. And I've never understood it, because like motorcycle riders as is, like, we are crazy sons of bitches. Right? Like, we're not people you want to fuck with, because we have, like, no fear. We ride fucking motorcycles. Like you're not gonna scare us. We're not scared of you. We have no fear. That's our problem. And then to top it all off, like, most of the time we're, like, well armored, because we are riding motorcycles. So, we have, like, helmets and, like, fucking tear-proof jackets and, like, gloves with, like, metal pieces on our knuckles to help, protect us from falls and stuff. So why would you fuck with somebody who's wearing armor and, like, expect to win? So those are always just the most fun to watch, just because of that. Like, I feel like other people don't realize what you're fucking with. I can't imagine to sit through hours of Nathan, Oli, Lively, and Jarrett. Oh no, that's the worst. Trust me, even when I do the things that I do, like when I do their videos, like, they drives me crazy, because I end up having to listen to the same bit over and over again, to edit videos and to record or to write a script, and it is painful. I really do not recommend doing what I do and making videos about flat earthers. It is a painful fucking job to deal with some of these people. So yeah, Rhetoric&Discourse, I binge watched those two, and Robbery Failed compilation videos. Those are really good. Those are pretty good, hilarious. Peterson is hard to approach. The best way is the way Rationality Rules tends to approach it. I haven't watched a lot of his. I don't know. Some of the things. Oh, I love sovereign citizen arrest videos. Those are pretty great. The thing that I don't like about Rationality Rules' approach to it is I think he's too nice. And like, I feel like a lot of the approach to Jordan Peterson is like far too nice. Like, it's far too like, oh, I understand why people like you, and I understand why this and that. And it's like, no, you don't have to be nice to this guy who says really crazy shit. And I think people give him far more leniency than he really deserves. Like the crazy, what did he say recently that was like really nutty? What was it? Why can't I remember? The snakes being the DNA thing, right? Like that is legitimately crazy nonsense, and like, and people give him way too much leniency with that. Like, people should really just be like, no, what you have just said is crazy nonsense, buddy. Like, ancient people did not know about DNA, and the fact that there are snakes in art is not proof that people knew about DNA before we knew about DNA. Like, that's just crazy, buddy. And I think people are far too nice about that kind of stuff when it comes to Jordan Peterson. I feel like people need to be a little bit harsher to him about the absolute crazy shit that he says. And, you know, some of his comments about women and some of his comments about gays and trans people. I feel like people give him far too much leniency. That's all. So that's it. If you remember correctly, one of the Pixie shows has the snakes going the wrong way from that DNA. Well, I mean, it probably does, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised, right? Because it's not like, because snakes in artwork is not evidence of DNA. So, it's, I don't know, but he does that thing where he's all like, oh, you know, I'm not actually sure about this all that much. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Which is also bullshit. Like, if you're not certain, if you're talking and you are legitimately not certain that the things that you are talking about are real or not real, then don't talk about them. Then you don't have, you know, why are you talking about them if you are uncertain about the validity of the things that you are talking about? Which is a thing that needs to happen. So that's the thing. Opinions, please. Why do Effies cling to their conspiracy? My opinion on that is, excuse me, I just burped really loudly. I think that a lot of that has to do with feeling special, having special knowledge. I think is a lot of it. Like, I think a lot of flat earthers cling to it because by clinging to it, they get to have special knowledge that the rest of us don't, right? Like, and then if you give them crap for it, then they get to be persecuted for it as well. So by giving them a hard time about their crazy ideas, they kind of win on more than one front. They win on the having special knowledge front, and they win on the being persecuted front. And there's honestly nothing that you can do to help prevent that. Like, I know I've gotten into arguments with people about, like, well, maybe we should just ignore flat earthers instead of giving them so much attention. But it's one of those that, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, if you don't give them attention, it's not like they're gonna stop, right? It's just that their claims are gonna go unchallenged. And if you give them attention, I think a lot of people who point out that their behavior is sort of attention maintained, I think they're right about that. I think their behavior, I think it is attention maintained, and you are in a lot of ways helping them, you know, helping support their crazy beliefs by paying attention to it. But I honestly don't think you can win. I don't think you can win that argument. I don't think that there's a right way or wrong way to approach this. I know there's been in the past, not necessarily now, but there's been arguments for like the same thing when it comes to things like, oh my goodness, I need to actually give you a skull here. Holocaust deniers have gotten the same kind of thing in the past, where people have said, well, why do you even engage with Holocaust deniers? It's not like they have any legitimacy at all. And I mean, you're right, they don't have legitimacy, but at the same time, not addressing those problems or you know, not addressing them doesn't make them go away either. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation there. Doctors should only use one snake, the staff of Asclepius. The two snakes are the staff of Hermes and stand for merchants. I did not know that. That's kind of cool. I just like the flu. You're gonna vaccinate against the shit. Yeah. I threw out the challenge for them to Skeptic 200 comments. Oh, doctors should only use. Yeah. Okay. I know that Team Skeptic asked for other things to talk about. You asked yesterday in your stream that I was part of. I'm really sorry that I had to leave, but I kept having to mute my mic during your stream, Team Skeptic, because I live in the Midwest and fireworks were going off, and I just felt like I had to have my mic muted the whole time that I was on your stream, and that's no fucking help to anybody. So, you had asked about like other things that you might, you know, people might want to listen to. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say about this. So I don't like other things that I think that are always worth talking about. Are like things like climate change denial are always worth tackling, I think. Especially in the modern world where far too many are science or are, I want to call them science deniers, but you know, climate change deniers. I think those are always worth tackling. A lot of alt medicine is always worth tackling. Essential oils and homeopathy are always worth taking a good look at. A lot of those, especially things that are a little bit more popular, like essential oils, are definitely worth tackling because there's a lot of misconceptions about what they are, or you know, about the fact that they're helpful. Acupuncture, or even, you know, son of a bitch, I just flung my pencil across the room. Or even things like some of the crazy aspects of yoga, because I've often had to tackle a lot of the yoga things, where like I want to tell people like, yes, yoga, like there's nothing wrong with yoga in and of itself, right? Like fucking stretch all the muscles away. You'll be fine. Just don't tell me that it fucking realigns your chakras. Right? So with that said, Hobbs is back. we got pretty good in here. I think we're gonna end it here just because I don't even know what the Tricare doesn't pay for acupuncture. That's awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna stop it here. We will have a longer and harder this Sunday. It'll be on Marty Leeds because I really want to talk about Marty Leeds. And he's got a whole video of stupid that I really want to go through a little bit more detailed than what the quickie goes through. If you would like to see this week's video early, it is actually up for patrons. So if you want to become a patron, now's the time to do it, because you get a free, you get early access to this week's video. So the whole video, I know, right? We actually made it through all of last week's videos, so you know, we're getting better at it. But so, oh, well, you'll be in friends. Well, thank you for joining us today. But there will be a video on Saturday because it is already done. So I really have no excuse to not put it out. So it will exist. And then there will be a longer and harder on Sunday because I will be here, and then yeah, everything should be pretty good. I'm gonna move the camera so you all can say hi to Hobbs. Hopefully I can move crotch shot. All right, we're gonna go warp like that. Look at my. There we go. There he is, buddy. Move the mic out of the way. There we go. All right, so we can end on saying bye to Hobbs for today. Thank you absolutely everybody for showing up. I will see you all Sunday. If not, I will see you all next time for I think it'll be Godless Cranium next week, so it'll be great. So Hobbs, goodbye from Hobbs. You all have yourselves a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy the 4th of July and see you all next time.